Hi guys, welcome to the show. I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And here are the goods. But before we get into that, 2 weeks ago, or a few weeks ago, you knocked out your teeth.
Yes.
And we were out of commission.
Uh-huh.
So now it was my turn, and I completely got beat up by a gang of midgets. But it's okay. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling good.
Was it no means no?
No means no. They were playing totem pole and I tripped them.
The what?
And here are the goods.
All right.
So Terminator Genesis was one of the highly anticipated movies of 2015, right?
Yes, highly anticipated is what it was.
Yes, it was. And it did not do very well here in the United States, grossing $89 million. But it found a second win internationally,
right? And
worldwide, it grossed $440 million.
Because obviously China loves Terminators.
China loves Terminators. They hate Star Wars, but they love.
There's robots in Terminators. There's robots in Star Wars.
Yeah, and Godzilla.
And
well, it's Godzilla. But anyway,
everybody loves Godzilla.
Yeah. So they actually had delayed. Paramount actually had delayed the second sequel, the Terminator Genesis 2, from happening because of the lackluster results in the United States. Mm-hmm. So now apparently it's back on. Mm-hmm. So Terminator Genesis 2 will be coming out, and so will 3. Now they have 3 years to do this because the rights go back to James Cameron.
Which more than likely, he's basically going to say, okay, how much money you want to give me for the rights again? And then he's going to license them back out, and then he's going to sit back and say, well, it'd have been a great Terminator movie if I made it, but he's going to sit back, count his money that they paid him for the rights.
Well, the thing is that I think that he's going to be pretty busy doing the Avatar sequels. So
that's another reason he ain't got time to do the movie.
He does not have time to do it. But do you think that if he does not go that route and doesn't sell it back to them, do you think that he revisits that franchise?
Okay. In our dreams, when James Cameron comes back to do Terminator, he's going to reset back to 2.
And go from 2...
He's going to reset back to 2. He's going to forget, because he's going to say those aren't my films. And he's not going to want to follow somebody else's storyline, good or bad, with 3, 4, and 5. He's going to go back to 2, because that's the last film he did, and that was part of his story. He's going to go back to 2, and he's going to wipe those off, just like Rocky did, just like... What was the other one where they jumped back and took some films off the board? Some other movies have done this. And there's good examples. I just don't know them right now.
You can't think of them right now. It's like top 5
right now. But still, it's like, so he's what he'll end up doing is he'll jump back to 2 and he'll make his 3. Okay. He'll call it something else. It'll be, Judgment Day's Judgment. Judgmentier.
Dun, dun, dun,
so that'll be, but that's not gonna happen. He doesn't have time. He's gonna do Avatar. They're gonna give him a crap load of money for the rights to it because now they found a market. So now they're gonna pay him for it. And it's like we can make money overseas. So here you go, James. Whatever you want, and let's go make.
I don't know. Arnold Schwarzenegger was actually in Australia doing an interview, and he actually, said that everything was moving forward.
Yeah.
Now Schwarzenegger is just like, turning into a hoe.
Hey, hold up. You know how much they pay him?
Hey, I love Arnold.
I will be your hoe if you pay me what you pay Arnold.
I love Arnold, but just lately, he's doing these freaking Mobile Strike commercials, and he's really reaching for those, and he's already talking to Shane Black about appearing in Predator 4.
Which is interesting.
I would love to see Dutch back.
Yeah.
And now another one is that he's looking to do the sequel to Twins with Eddie Murphy as the triplet.
Don't do that. Don't do that one. But back to Terminator. James Cameron's not getting the rights. James Cameron's getting the rights back, but he's gonna license them back out. And Genesis. I didn't hate Genesis, so I'll be there to watch Genesis Part 2.
That was a horrible movie.
I'll be there to watch Genesis Part 2.
That was a horrible movie. Anyway, all right, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Hopefully they can do something better with it, because they really need to do a do-over on that one. It was basically Terminator 1. You just chopped it up and all right, forget it. Okay. All right, anyway, so moving on. Another old favorite that's coming back to the screen. Disney and Lucasfilm announced that Indiana Jones 5 will be coming out in, I believe, 2019. God. Now, here's the funny part is that, Harrison Ford will be back.
God!
Steven Spielberg will be back.
Oh, God!
And David Koepp will return as screenwriter. And for those of you that don't know, David Koepp actually wrote Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So they're actually bringing back the same guy that did Crystal Skull. They're bringing him back.
Can we get Shia back too? Can we get Shia back and the horrible CGI monkeys? Can we get those back too?
How about the Hey, wait a minute. We did the freaking You Don't Hate.
And that was part of the ones we couldn't defend. We couldn't defend it.
We defended it all right.
We said that, it was bad CGI. That's what we said. We defended the movie. It was bad CGI.
The alien was bad CGI.
It was bad CGI. The ants were bad. The monkeys were bad. And
the fire ants was cool.
Shia was...
The fire ants. That was kind of cool.
The idea of it. Anyway, moving on.
So yes, he is coming back to write the screenplay. Hopefully he can get it right this time, because the last time it's not entirely his fault, because freaking George Lucas bumped him. And
I heard that there was a better script that they had worked on that everybody liked, and George Lucas came in and like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Let's do it.
I don't want to do that one.
Anyway, the plot details are completely secret, obviously. It's a real hush-hush, and it's a possibility it's going to be Godfather 2-ish. Going back and forth, where the person that's going to take over is in the I guess it's going to be in the midlife or whatever, and then Indiana Jones and then Harrison Ford will close it.
Didn't they already do this in Last Crusade?
They did it in the Last Crusade
with
it was
River Phoenix. Yeah, I was going to say Joaquin Phoenix. It was River Phoenix. They did this already, and I was like, why are they going to do it again?
Well, I don't know, but apparently it
would have been great if we still had River Phoenix to play Indiana Jones. That would have been awesome, right?
Possibly Chris Pratt. Possibly, I'm not too sure. Should Shia come back and be
Indy?
And be the next Indy?
Well, no, because it didn't make any sense at all. No, because if they're gonna do Godfather-ish, he would still be young. I mean, he would still be. Or they're gonna show like old Indy talking to new Shia Indy. To old Indy talking to Mud Indy, who's thinking about himself as Chris Pratt Indy.
No cool side.
Yeah, or whoever they get to be Han Solo.
I don't I don't understand how they're going to want to go that route of bringing somebody in where they're going to be going back and forth, and then extending the franchise in that timeline. And I don't know, it like completely throws the timelines off. I just don't think that's a good idea.
I think they only do it just because they were like, hey, Harrison, for the name's sake, go and be in the film, just so we can get people who want to see Harrison Ford be Indiana Jones. You're not going to do any work. You're going to be sitting there telling old stories, thinking about when you were. It's probably realistically, it's going to be old Indy sitting there thinking about when I was young, type deal. And then he thinks back, and then we see a whole movie of young Indiana Jones all the way through. And then maybe when we get back to the end of the film, we go right back to current times and see him old, and he pulls out like the thing that he was getting in the movie, and he pulls it out. I was like, oh, I really went to a lot to get this.
But what would be the point of if you're going to extend it past Harrison Ford and they want to use that same actor?
It would just be that one time, and then everything else will just be memories.
Wow. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then that means that Sean Connery is able to come back.
You guys seen the scriptwriter? Just come see me. Because I got this worked out.
I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to this, to be honest with you. But hey, you know what? Harrison Ford did pretty good coming back as Han Solo. So
depends on who they cast as Indy.
So a few weeks ago, we had some news on movies that were turning into TV shows, and the trend continues still. Sarah Michelle Gellar put a picture up of her with her brown hair to tease the fact that she's going to be, Catherine on Cruel Intentions again. She's going brunette now, so
she should put a picture of her making out with the other chick. That's what they put up. That got me excited about the film. So about TV show.
So another one is that's brand new is that the Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
This is so down.
Is going to turn into a TV show.
This is so down. All right.
Okay, first of all, the Killer Klowns from Outer Space was a freaking old B movie that was actually a cult classic. Pretty good in my opinion. I liked it. Along the lines of Critters and stuff like that.
Yeah, but, for its time.
But it was never touched after that. So why would you pick that particular? Why not Critters? Why not go Critters and pick?
You can't do any of those movies. It's all ridiculous because they all have a beginning and end. The only way that they could do something like this film, taking this film or taking Critters, would be to do like V.
They did that already. But they did that.
Exactly. Their V exists.
Morena
And then they tried to bring it back, and it bombed. I actually watched it.
I thought it was good.
But it bombed.
Actually.
It barely got out of its first season. It bombed so bad. And so they can't do it with this one. I mean, to do something like that, first of all, you're going to make a horror TV show, which means it's going to have a limited audience. It's going to have to be on late. So now it's going to have to be after 9. And then for a major network to say now, it's after 9, so I'm already getting people who have to stay up late to watch it, and then the people who want to see something horror, which isn't a big segment of people. So now you've limited even more. A big network's not gonna. So it's gonna be on Sci-Fi somewhere, and then if they're gonna do it, it's gonna run as a miniseries. This is not a legit TV show. It's gonna be, we're gonna do three long episodes and put them together, and it's
so
like 4 hours.
So you think it'll be along the lines like Haven, that kind of thing?
I didn't.
Stargate 1 or
Stargate, it'll be something like that.
Yeah.
But with clowns and cotton candy that they stick straws in and suck your blood. It's a stupid movie. For its time it was okay. But this is one of those movies where you're just like, let it be in the 80s and let it die.
So a lot of these shows, that are coming out, especially these Marvel and DC movies, shows are really succeeding. You get the Flash, and you have Arrow, and Supergirl's recent. Then you got the Netflix series that has Daredevil and Punisher, and these shows are actually taking off. Luke Cage is coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that one.
Yeah, so these, I thought The Rock should have been Luke Cage, but I know he's Shazam, so I can't, or freaking Black Adam, but whatever. Anyway, so these shows are actually doing pretty good, and they're picking up an audience, and they're getting a little bit of a following, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess because of this, Jeremy Renner thought it would be a good idea for them to bring Hawkeye to a Netflix show, and he would even be willing to star in it. How do you? No, now Jeremy Renner can act. I mean, the dude's a freaking actor. I mean, he's done great movies besides Avengers and all that. The Hurt Locker. He's done good movies. So
he's done great movies.
So how do you look at him and his caliber as an actor to actually say, that he would actually do something repetitive and
Kevin Spacey's on Netflix?
Well, true. House of Cards. Yeah, of course. But I guess I was gonna
say Rhodey's on Netflix.
Cheeto's on Netflix. So okay,
Rhodey's on Netflix.
but that's in a different role. I'm talking about in this role to do it repetitively. To do the same role. That's what I mean. That's what.
Yeah, the reason why is because they're gonna kill Hawkeye. And he needs another job.
Well, if they kill Hawkeye, then he can't be in a show.
Look, we're gonna do young Indiana Jones. We can't do young Hawkeye. I want to see young Hawkeye when he first gets his bow and he's just like practicing. And wait, that's a whole. When he's practicing. This show is never going to make it there.
Well, I don't know. That'd be kind of interesting, though.
And even if they do this, they already got 3 more Marvel shows that are currently in the works. Iron Fist, like you said, Luke Cage, Iron Fist. They're probably going to do a 3rd season of Daredevil. Then they're going to do a team-up show called The Defenders. Or Marvel Heroes for Hire. I can't figure out what they actually decided what they're going to call the show. So it's 3 or 4 more shows they still have to do before they can even get to this. Man, Jeremy Renner's going to be 55 by the time they get to doing this. Man, he ain't doing this.
Plus, you got to factor in that he's doing Avengers 3, and then he's doing Cap 3, isn't he? He's going to be in Cap 3?
They're all contracted through Infinity. Until the second one that's over. 55 when he gets to this film.
Anyway, so hey, lots of luck, Jeremy. If that's what you decide to do, hey, I'll watch
Netflix.
So, staying on topic as far as comics, the reviews are in, and BVS is epic. The best hero movie ever.
Can we do big graphics
Affleck
as you say that?
is the best Batman ever.
Whoa, that's
Wonder Woman steals the show.
Okay, so with that being said, do you remember when Jay-Z got a screener of Fantastic Four, and he got the footage, because obviously Jay-Z has a home theater, a legit theater, and they gave him the hard drive so that way he could watch it at home, and then he was like, oh man, how would Jay-Z? Ha yeah. Fantastic Four was the best ever, and he was doing all these little Twitter posts, and then we saw it, and it was a piece of crap. So I don't believe.
Well, they gave him the.
And these people are still
under Silver Surfer.
Oh God. And these people are still under the where they're not allowed to go into details. They're just telling emotions about it. So I've seen that before. Not to say that I think this film is bad at any.
The premiere was in Mexico a few days ago, and these
cartel. How you know they ain't messing with that?
These reviews are actually from those screenings.
Okay.
And it was a freaking like landslide that everybody freaking loved it.
I hope it's good. I mean, it very well may be good, and I want it to be good because I want the DC universe to expand. I want to see more than Batman and Superman.
Oh, absolutely.
We've been stuck on Batman and Superman for so long. We need to branch out, and I hope this movie is really, really good. But it makes me feel encouraged to go see it because I'm gonna pay money to go see this film, which I'd never do. Go ahead.
In episode 3, we were talking about like one of the earliest trailers, and I had actually said that my saving grace was Ben Affleck, and now it's actually coming to fruition that his acting chops after The Town, after Gone Girl, after freaking Argo, that he got better, and the people he worked with and the directing and all the stuff that he was doing made him better. That's why I really thought that he was going to bring some more substance to the character of Batman, and that's exactly what it looks like is happening.
It's you.
Now, one that steals the show is Miss Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. She is getting like really high praise for her role. That kind of doesn't really say that she's Wonder Woman right then and there, obviously, but the way she makes an entrance when she's Wonder Woman is like, it blows it out of the water. Right. So I'll leave that. I won't spoil anything for you guys, but it's all hearsay anyway. But yeah, so go see it. It's coming out. It's coming out this Friday. So make sure that you guys go see it. Now, you had mentioned about Zack Snyder wanting to bring the Joker and the Riddler in this.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
There was an interview that he did, and he was talking about 2 characters that he actually cut out of BVS. He had taken, as a matter of fact, I just posted on my Facebook today, or not my Facebook, on our Facebook. I posted it on Facebook today. He said that he originally had planned for the Joker and the Riddler to be in BVS. But as they were, going through production, he realized that it pulled focus away from the whole Batman Superman skirmish. So he went ahead and took him out. My whole thing when I heard that was like, 1, thank you for doing that, and then 2, what the heck were they thinking about those? Like, they already like throwing everybody. It's basically like they went and said, give me a list of every DC superhero villain, whatever. It's like, we're just gonna take all of them and just throw them all in this movie, and then just we'll figure out the story somehow to make all this match up. And that was this movie would have been 5 hours long with the number of characters that they wanted to do in this film. And so I'm glad he took it out, and they kept it more towards Batman and Superman. I mean, we still have to deal with the Flash and Cyborg and Wonder Woman and Zod, back from the dead, Zombie Zod, and
Zombie?
Zodby.
Oh, that's awful.
Lex Luthor. Who else is in this film? Doomsday, Darkseid, the Parademons. Everybody's in this dang old movie.
Well, one person that's not going to be in this movie is Green Lantern, and the way it looks like right now...
They should have put Green Lantern in this movie!
The way it looks right now is that Green Lantern is actually not going to come out until Justice League Part 2, so we'll see.
But they were still talking about doing that Lantern team-up film, though, right? Yeah.
No, the Corpse.
Yeah,
the Lantern Corpse.
The Lantern Corpse.
So put a poll out there, actually, and I wanted to see what the viewers were really more excited to see. Captain America 3, which is a versus movie, actually, right? And then Batman vs. Superman. 71% Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, because there's more Batman and Superman fans than there are Captain America fans.
But
I hate you guys. I hate you guys.
That was pretty interesting though.
Captain America. But no, I love Batman and Superman too, so I would have figured that too.
I can't freaking wait though. I can't wait to freaking see it. I'll probably see it at freaking midnight, and be here at, come back home at 3:30 in the morning, but it's all right. I'll take it.
Something for the love.
Yep, that's right. All right, so I'm gonna talk to you about some Hollyweird news.
Okay.
That's what this segment's called, Hollyweird.
Because I gotta put like a weird graphic up.
It was just odd for me to hear this stuff. So on the set in I think it was Antarctica, Arctic Winds.
What?
Arctic Winds.
Okay.
Sent an iceberg prop flying through the air on the set of Fast and Furious 8, and it struck a horse and killed it.
Where?
In Antarctica. Is that crazy?
I mean,
it killed a horse.
Why was there a horse in the Arctic?
They were like, it was like far, far away.
Well, shouldn't have been like a moose
And
or
the
an elk
freaking
or
and the freaking wind picked.
I thought you were gonna say like, oh, the Arctic wind blew this thing all the way to, you know, to Brazil.
It's still crazy. It's still insane. You freaking it picked up this iceberg.
Have you been to the Arctic? Maybe that stuff happens.
So did it hit the horse on the side and then it slowly sank? Like, get it?
It'd been funny if it was an iceberg.
Oh, it was an iceberg.
Oh, it was an iceberg.
It was an iceberg crop.
Oh, an iceberg crop. Ah, that's funny.
All right.
That's funny.
Oh, wait.
That's funny.
Why do you
It took me too.
Why do you know from funny, you bastard?
It took me too long to get it. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Mr. Horse. His name was Jupiter, so sorry,
Was it?
Jupiter.
It wasn't Mr. Ed?
Rest in peace. Another one is Jaden Smith.
Jade. Okay.
Did you hear about this one?
Well, no.
Jaden Smith wants to cut his penis off when he turns 18 to live in a genderless society.
That dude says so much off the wall stuff. Will. His father's.
He wants to cut his Hancock off. What do you think?
Will. I know as a parent, and they get older, you want to let them do and be their own people. But after that comment and the whole thing with him doing being the face of ladies' clothing wear, Will, have a conversation. Will. I mean,
Hey, but parents just don't understand.
he will. Man to man, Will.
I don't know. I hope everything works out and support you in whatever you want. But that would be kind of odd, and I don't even want to think about it. So that'd be crazy. So this is the year that of the superhero, like always, man. Yeah. Batman vs Superman, Captain America. You know, you got Guardians of the Galaxy coming out next year. We got it's just a lot of the whole Phase 3 is already started.
Yeah.
You know, so and then the DC universe is expanding. It's the time. So with all that being said, it's time for our top 5. So today's top 5 is going to be the top 5 superheroes of all time, voted by you. Tanks!
All right. Okay. So
Go first.
our top 5. So, thinking about it a little bit. So, and it didn't take me too long to kind of figure out what I want to do for my top 5. So, I guess my number 5, Batman.
You put Batman at 5?
Batman's at 5.
Wow.
Batman's at 5. I like Batman. Batman's at 5. I mean, I really don't have to go into details about like why I should like a particular. I mean, he's human, blah blah. You know, was the one superhero that we can call a superhero that's actually human, and it's Batman. I mean, he's got a lot of money, and I'd be a superhero too if I had billions of dollars. But you know
what? I think if I remember right, it costs $800 million to be Batman.
Really?
Yeah, I think they.
So Bill Gates can be Batman.
Bill Gates could be Batman,
and
I don't know if you could pull that off, but. It would be awesome if he was Batman. All right, so number 4. Number 4.
I'm gonna go Superman. Come on, man. I'm gonna put Superman.
Superman that low?
Yes.
Wow.
This is probably hatred for BVS. You know, getting more points.
That's insane.
Than getting more of the vote than Civil War.
Insane.
You know, so I'm gonna go Superman because Superman's iconic. You know, you got to go with Superman. I mean, he's been around longer than basically every other superhero that's been out there.
I can't believe it.
And he is undefeatable, which is why BVS makes no sense. Number 3, Wolverine. I'm going Wolverine.
Very nice.
I've been a fan of Wolverine since I was a kid, reading all the X-Men books, all the Wolverine books, all the Weapon X books. I mean, it's just I'm sad to see Hugh Jackman walk away from the role, but you know, whoever they get to fill in, it's not going to deter me from being a Wolverine fan. Number 2, Spawn, good one. That's a good one. I was this close. To put him in. Spawn. I mean, for as long as I said I was a fan of Wolverine, the minute Todd McFarlane left Marvel to start Image Comics with Jim Lee, Eric Larson, and Rob Liefeld, to do Image Comics, I was a fan of Spawn day one, and I've carried on for so many years till I got old and I had to stop buying comic books. But Spawn is
never too old for that.
Spawn is full of crates and figures in my attic, in posters in my garage. But Spawn has always been there, and I can't wait to McFarlane somehow gets me a Spawn reboot done. Number one.
Captain America.
Thank you. I was like, do I have to say this? Come on. Captain America. I'm a big Captain America fan. Back to even dealing with Rob Liefeld when he used to draw him with his chest about 3 feet wide out here. But I mean, Captain America we talked about icons with Superman. It was like Captain America's an icon. I mean, he's Marvel's iconic character. I mean, outside of like Spider-Man and stuff like that. Especially now with the new Marvel universe, man. Come on.
Some good ones in there. That's some good ones in there.
Try to be faster this week, guys.
Number 5 for me is actually Deadpool.
I thought about putting Deadpool in there.
I love that guy, man. The more that I got to see after Origins came out, and I started because I never really paid attention to Deadpool, and then when I saw him in Origins and they were telling me about who he was and all that, I started reading up a little bit more on him, and he's a pretty interesting freaking
the reason
character.
I didn't do because Deadpool had an evolution in the early comic books. When Liefeld was actually responsible for Deadpool, his character was completely different. When they had other artists and writers take over for him, that's when he had that change to being, fourth wall breaking and off the wall. So Liefeld still gets credit for it, but he wasn't really, it wasn't really Liefeld.
Wow, I thought it was pretty. I thought it was pretty freaking awesome, and Ryan Reynolds' adaptation, was just freaking amazing. All right, so number 4, I had Iron Man.
Okay.
Iron Man is just freaking sweet. He's basically Batman, but
he's
Iron Batman.
Basically, he is Batman in Batsuit 24/7.
Yeah, he's freaking that Iron Man is freaking awesome. Number 3 is Wolverine. Also, okay. I freaking absolutely love Wolverine. And like you, man, Hugh Jackman. I'm gonna miss him when he's gone, but I'm pretty sure that they're gonna have a good replacement. Hopefully, it's not Glenn Danzig. Number 2, Batman, dude. Okay, you can't have Batman. Batman is number 2 for me. He's freaking awesome. Smart as hell. The only man that can make freaking Superman bleed. Bleed. So,
with the help of the Green Arrow.
I don't care. Still love Batman. Batman's awesome. And the number 1 superhero of all time for me is Superman. All day, man. He can freaking he kill every single freaking.
Because Superman is basically a god.
Yeah, all he can do is freaking, even Batman. All he had to do was get Batman, take him to space, throw him, bye, done.
There was a I can't remember which comic book it was, but there was a comic book where he was fighting Batman. Batman had kryptonite. He saw Batman from the distance, blew him off the building. So he dropped the kryptonite and they caught him and took him out. I was like, this is why this movie makes no sense, because he doesn't really have to fight Batman.
He doesn't. But hey, it's good theater. So that was my top 5. That was our top 5. Please let us know what your top 5 superheroes of all time are.
You know what we forgot? It's sad that we forgot. It's freaking Spider-Man.
Well, okay. Here's some honorable mentions. All right. I wanted to put Spider-Man, the Punisher, Hulk. I wanted to put these guys in Blade. Yeah. I wanted to put these guys.
You even put the Hulk.
You even put the Hulk and then put Blade. I mean, so there was a lot of honorable mentions. There's a lot of especially the Punisher. I really like the Punisher.
Have you seen Daredevil?
Oh, and Daredevil too. Yeah.
No, I mean not Daredevil as a character, but the new season of Daredevil.
I haven't seen the first season of Daredevil, but I hear Vincent D'Onofrio is awesome as Kingpin.
This is his nerd card. We're tearing his nerd card up.
I promise I will see it. All right. Anyway, so like I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. Put your comments on the bottom. whatever your top 5 superheroes are. Terrence, take us home.
All right. So it's been a minute, and we apologize for that again. Obviously, this guy right here had his miss a week, but we'll try to be more consistent with that. But like he was telling you, make sure you comment with our top 5, or even anything that you saw in the video, anything that we got wrong, because we love hearing about what we got wrong.
Rating.
And make sure that you subscribe, like, and let people know about the show. We want to kind of build up the fan base, and if you like it, please tell other people so that way they can be part of our community and get to like it as well too. So we still got other things in the works. We're gonna try to be a little bit more consistent with all the shows that we started that we've been having a hard time trying to get continued, and that's all I got.
See you next week. I'm Manny.
I'm Terrence.
And that was the goods. You really want me to wear this the whole freaking show?
No, Daddy,
No,
the
take it
whole
off.
show, just like for the beginning, and then be like, haha, I'm ugly.
Aw.
I know, really, right? I'm ugly. Thanks, Aspen.
I said not really.
That's all right. Go, ready?
And we'll bring it out. We'll bring it out for rule of 2.
You want me to wear it for rule of 2?
No, I said we'll bring it out for rule of 2. We'll bring and put them on instead of the pop figures.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to put it right there.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.